Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Warm-up 107's on the screen. Also, yes, I'm recording this session as well. Good morning, morning. Also, as you're working on that warm-up, I'm going to call your name, bring me your home plate from last night. I want to see what you did. I'm going to sign it, give that back. All right? Give some time for that. Okay, this has been recorded. Let me just, oh, you can hear me? Anyways, as I was saying, this is being recorded. And as I was saying that, Jacob Squared brought me his home plate. Let's go. Being recorded and uploaded on YouTube. Oh, yes, let's do this. Just FYI, Wi-Fi is not working well. I don't know what's going on. Techies are working on it. I already sent a ticket. So we're not going to be on Nearpod today. So, but we are going to be doing some extra practice, even though some of your colleagues were like, Mr. Q, just give us a pop party today. I said, let's just do some practice for right now. No names to be thrown out there by anyone. Anyways, with that said, let's go, you know what? Let me pause this. All right, here we go. Let's go over that warm-up, please. Get your notebook in front of you. Now that we switch our spots. Here we go. Look up to the screen. 1A. Tell your neighbor the two numbers that multiply to give us 20. What are the two factors that give us 20? 4 and 5. So this becomes square root of 4 times square root of 5. What is square root of 4? 2. And we end up with 2 square root of 5. Marty? Yeah, we switch spots. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go to number 1B. We do square root of 4 over square root of 5. This becomes square root of 4 is 2 over square root of 5. And remind your neighbor how to get rid of that square root of 5. And then Brandon's going to enlighten us. How do we get rid of that square root of 5? Brandon, Darty. Multiply times square root of 5, top and bottom, times square root of 5, times square root of 5. This is 2 square root of 5 over 5 times 5 is square root of 25. So this ends up being 2 square root of 5 over 5. Hands if you got that. All right, good. Let me zoom out. For the sake of time, show your neighbor what you got for the sum, difference, and product in number 2. What you get for number 2. Then I'm going to call on someone to give me the factors for number 3. Show your neighbor number 3. Factors for number 3. Brandon, Darty, pass someone. Martin, what'd you get? Yeah, Martin. Woo. All right, hands if you got that. Very good. Good save, Jazzy. Thank you. All right, let's go to number 4. So I do want to talk through number 4 really quick because we're getting closer and closer to the last portion of this school year where we're going to be doing a bunch of transformations. And I want to make sure that you already have your noodle ready for what we look at on the screen. So here we go. Look up. So the parent function for this one is what? F of x equals x squared. Is that correct? So that means it's right here. going through 0, 0. However, this transformation changes the vertex to what? Tell your neighbor, what is a new vertex according to that one? New vertex. All right, good conversations. Martin, pass the one. Anthony E. Oh, you said D? Okay, Anthony D. The vertex? 5, 3. So we're moving this one to 5, 3, which is somewhere up here. Are we there so far? All right, so here goes the question. Look up. This is at 5, 3. If I was to ask you for a domain so that I can actually, if I was to type this in on the computer so I can see at least this portion right there, what domain shall I use? What domain? Between what numbers? Talk it over to your neighbor. Between what numbers will show me that portion of the graph? Between what numbers for the domain? All right, man, you guys are really talkative today. Good. Anthony D, pass him one. Claire. 1 and what? 8. Let's see, from here all the way to 8. Yes, it would show me, actually it would show me more. That means it would show me more of the curve that way. Yeah, I'll take that. So what that's showing us, guys, is so that we know what to zoom into. However, range. So if I wanted to see this same one, my range, remember, is the y or f of x. Between what number should my range be? Talk it to your neighbor, and then Claire's going to pass it to someone. Range. So like that, I can see that same portion. Between what numbers? All right, pass someone, Claire. Anthony D. Between what numbers for the range? 1 and 6. So 1 is about right here. 6 is about right here. So yeah, that window will give us that same section. That is correct. Woo-wee. All right. So let's go to number 5. We're going to do this one completely this time. Like I said yesterday, for the sake of time, I just did the slope. So first things first, we need to find the slope. Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. So give me that formula for the slope. M equals what? Danny? Ooh, from the corner, let's go. X sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, that is correct. So I'm going to start here with y sub 2 and x sub 2. So I got 1 over negative 1 minus minus. Now I'm going to y sub 1, x sub 1. Y sub 1 is 9, x sub 1 is 3. Therefore, this is 8, or negative 8, over negative 4. And what is negative 8 divided by negative 4, everyone? 2. All right, so m is 2. We got m, yes? All right. However, they want us to write a slope-intercept form equation. Remind your neighbor what that looks like. Tell them, it's y equals blah, blah, blah. Tell your neighbor the slope-intercept form. All right, good. Write it down. Y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. So I'm going to change this m right here to green. And that is what? 2. Therefore, now that I have my form, look up. Here instead of m, what am I going to substitute? I'm going to substitute 2. Next, do they give us a y-intercept? Does it say this is the y-intercept? No, so we bring down the plus b. However, we have a y and we have an x. Do they give us a y and an x? Yeah, they give us two of them, two y's and two x's. Which one do you want to use? The first point or the second point? Does it matter? No. So which one shall we use? J, the first one or the second? All right, so for x, we're going to use -1, and for y, we're going to use +1. All right, so let's work this out. 1 equals 2 times -1 is -2 plus b. And now we just solve for b. What do? +2 plus 2, 3 equals b. So, back to the question. Write a slope-intercept form equation. So now I'm going to guide myself with this one again. I'm going to start it by writing y equals blank x and then blank. What is m, everyone? 2. What is plus b? What is plus b? Plus 3. And that's how you write a slope-intercept form equation. This should be review. Like I said, this is something you should have already done in Algebra 1 and Geometry, but I'm bringing it back. We good? Yes? Yes, I did you. All right, copy the agenda, please. Warm-up 107, graphing polynomial functions. And tonight's home play, it's only 8 problems, only. Yes, only. Still remember when I went to buy me this one computer that I wanted, and it was super fast, and I remember they're like, oh, it's only a laptop, mind you. Oh, it's only 5,400. Oh, okay. Only. Wow. Warm-up 107, graphing polynomial functions, home plate, 8 problems, polynomial functions. So, last night's home play I already picked up. Thank you very much. Those of you that got here a little late, make sure you stay behind at the end so you can show me your home play. All right? And ready? I am recording this. Once again, if you fall behind with notes, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and watch the portion that you missed. I am going to go over some of those problems from the home plate because I do want to get to the practice. I wanted to see what you did with the second section, which was writing from the graph. I would think some of you might have caught on, but if you didn't, that's okay. I just wanted to see what you did. However, look up. Here's your home plate for tonight. So, I already let the main office know that I'm going to be letting you guys use your cell phones, so get your cell phones out. Take a picture of tonight's home plate, and it reads, graph numbers 1 through 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write the equation for 6, 7, and 8. So that's for tonight's home plate, okay? So, with that said, get a Cornell note ready, please. And I'm going to start off by addressing some of the problems from the home plate just to make sure we got it. But for right now, set up a Cornell note, please. Give you some time for that. All right, I'm going to go over number 10 from the home plate. So copy that one more time. We're going to do this one together just to make sure we understand what we're looking at. There's just one small portion that I just wanted to make sure that you saw, that I saw, that you saw. So it reads, f of x equals negative, parentheses x plus 1, parentheses x minus 2, parentheses x minus 3. So remind your neighbor what the first step is from there. What is the first step? Everyone. Set it equal to what? 0. So 0 equals negative, parentheses, x plus 1, parentheses, x minus 2, parentheses, x minus 3. Next step. Tell your neighbor the next step. Remind them. Now that these are in factored form, they're factored. All right. Next step, Courtney Jean. Close. We're going to leave this one, and I want you to do this right now. If you have red, circle this negative. Oh, sorry. Circle this negative. Put a little asterisk. And then just put the word hold. We're going to hold that for the end, and I'll show you why. Even though Courtney Jean said distribute that, we could have done that, but like I said, this has a specific purpose. So what we're going to do from here, check this out, we set each factor equal to 0, like if we were looking at it the same as before. So this is x plus 1 equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0, and x minus 3 equal to 0, and we solve. Here we go. Minus 1, x equals negative 1. Minus 2, x equals negative 2. And plus 3, x equals 3. So, look up to the screen. In order for us to start graphing, we need to find out how many roots do we have. How many roots do we have? 3. 1, 2. This one? Oh yeah, I did that on purpose to see if you guys were paying attention. Plus 2, plus 2. Yeah, very good. You guys are right on it. Nice. So how many roots? 3 of them. So what is my parent function? The parent function is f of x equals x to the third. So since this is an odd exponent, tell your neighbor where we're going to start and where does it end. What quadrant does it start and what quadrant does it end? Yeah, it starts at 3 and it ends at 1. So before we place our arrows, I'm going to go ahead and plot our x-intercept. So x-intercept negative 1, x-intercept positive 2, and x-intercept positive 3. So check this out. Look up. So according to what you saw, since this is an odd, we should start down here and end where? Up here. Is that correct? However, what did we hold at the end? The negative. Remind your neighbor with functions, what does this negative at the beginning of each function, what does it do to the actual function? Write it. What does it do? It flips it. So instead of starting at 3 and ending at 1, where do I start? At 2 and end at what? At 4. So I'm going to do that in red. So from left to right, here we go. There you go. Ooh-wee. So make sure you make a little note here on this one. Write yourself a little note for the negative. What do you need to do at the end? Blah, 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 blah. Keep that in mind. All right, before I go to the next one, once again, explain to your neighbor all the process so that they understand what happened with this at the end, so that they understand that. Talk it over with your neighbor. Give you some time. Go. All right. Copy this one. Let's do this one together as well. F of x equals x times x plus 2 squared times x minus 1. Copy that. We're going to do it again. Write it down, people. I see some of you just staring at the wall. Focus. Leave Barney alone. Do you guys grow up with Barney? Some of you? Yeah? All right. Just checking. All right, here we go. Let's do this one together. It's going to go a little faster now. So, f of x equals x, x plus 2 squared, x minus 1. Step 1. Tell me what to do for step 1. Jacob squared. Change f of x to 0. Yes, that is correct. We got 0 equals x, x plus 2 squared, x minus 1. Tell your neighbor the next step before Jacob squared passes it. Tell your neighbor the next step. Pass it on, Jacob squared. Martin, next step. Close. Now, this is where I wanted to address. Look up. This one is squared. That means it's not in factored form. So I would do what? 0 equals x times what? X plus 2, x plus 2, then x minus 1. Write that down, please. And once again, if you didn't do that or you skipped that, make a little asterisk here. Make a note for yourself as to why we went from here to here. And now we know what to do from there, yes? All right? So, Martin, pass someone. Anthony E. All right? Make them all equal to 0. So x equal to 0, x plus 2 equal to 0, x plus 2 equal to 0, x minus 1 equal to 0. Let's solve. Done. Minus 2 minus 2, x equals negative 2, plus 2, oh no, minus 2 minus 2, x equals negative 2, and plus 1, x equals 1. All right. So, how many roots do we have? Or x-intercepts? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So my parent function is x to the 4th. So tell your neighbor where it starts and where it ends, that graph. Where does it start and where does it end, being that this is an even power? All right? So let's graph that. X equals 0. X equals negative 2. X equals negative 2. And x equals 1. So, Anthony E., pass someone so they can help me graph. Who? Anthony D., where do I start? What quadrant? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 2. And it ends? 1. All right. So, I'm going to start the graph. You tell me what to do. That is correct. If you didn't remember that, signal to that and write the word bounce. Make sure when it's a double, let me highlight this so it can stay recorded on the video. When you have two of the same roots, you do a double root right here so that you can recognize it. And that's when you bounce off of it when you're sketching your graph. How we doing? Good? All right. A little bit better? Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. So, with that said, all right, so we're going to go over this one, and then we're going to move on to do some more practice in class. I have some other problems to go through just to make sure I address this one. I'm going to go step by step just to make sure we got it. So according to this problem, they want us to write the equation for it. for the function. So, did everybody graph it already? All right, here we go. Answer any more time? Okay, we good? All right. So first of all, step one, identify the x-intercepts. So here's the first one. Plot your point here. And that one is at 3. There's another one right here. Look up at -2. But what do you guys notice? Does it go through? No, so we're going to make that a double. Like so. So once you identify that, let's write them out. What is my first x-intercept? X equals -2. How many of them? 2. So I rewrite it again. X equals -2. And what's my last one? X equals 3. So this time we're working our way backwards. Y'all ready? Look up to the screen. Let me go to the previous one that we did. Look up. Look up. So if we started here and we're going backwards each step till we write our equation, you should know the process. Is that correct? So with that said, we are here. This was the end result. What was the step before this? Tell your neighbor. What does it look like before that? What does that look like before that? All right. Tell me what to write. Breathe. Okay. Help her out. How about Jacob? What does this look like before it became x equals -2? X plus 2 equal to 0. That is correct. We write that twice, one for this one, one for this one. So what does this one look like? Everyone? X minus 3 equal to 0. That is correct. So now that we're here, tell your neighbor what would be the previous step from there. Well, what did it look like before that one? What does it look like before that? All right, good conversations. Rebecca, what does it look like before that? Zero equals x plus 2 squared. Okay, so that's the end one. So I'm going to write x plus 2, and x minus 3. Is everybody following so far? We went from here, became 0. There they are. Okay. So then I heard Rebecca say instead of x plus 2, you can write it as x plus 2 squared and x minus 3. All that equal to 0. However, the original has to be in what? F of x. So this is f of x equals x plus 2 squared x minus 3. All right. We're almost done. Let me pause the music. Look up to the screen or you're going to miss it. Get off those phones. My goodness. You right over there, Anthony? You good? Okay. All right, here we go. Look up to the screen, guys. So, according to what we did, we're done. Now, this, how many roots do we have? 1, 2, 3. So my parent function is f of x equals x cubed. Where, if this is an odd number, where shall we start? If I was to graph that. Over here, is that correct? And where does it end? Up here. But does it start down here? And does it end up there? No, so tell your neighbor what we need to write at the end for that function. What do we write at the end for that function since it's not starting down here and ending up there? What do I write at the end, Anthony? E. Help them out, Danny. A what? What do you say? A negative, that is correct. Put a big negative right here at the beginning to indicate that this is the opposite. Going backwards. Instead of starting down there, it starts up there. Good eye? All right. We good? Yes? Good review? All right, set that aside. So, with that said, let's continue. Example number 4, f of x equals x minus 4 cubed. F of x equals x minus 4 cubed. So at the end, we're going to graph that. However, here we go. All right, step 1. What do we do with step 1, Dom? Dom, you here? I can't hear with the AC, it's too loud. Tell your neighbor once again, help him out. What is the first step? All right? According to Gene, first step? Set it equal to 0. That is correct. X minus 4 cubed. Next, is this already factored? Not really, because it's written in an exponent form. So 0 equals x minus 4, x minus 4, x minus 4. Next. Diani, go. All of them equal to 0. X minus 4 equal to 0. X minus 4 equal to 0. X minus 4 equal to 0. So this is plus 4 plus 4. X equals 4. That's going to be for all of these. Oh. All right. So we got 4. 1, look up. 2, 3. You're like, oh, snap. All right, so question. This is a 3 root or third degree. So parent function is what? F of x equals x cubed. Where does it start? Tell your neighbor, where does it start? Everyone? Third quadrant. Where does it end? First quadrant. Okay. Now check this out. This one's a little bit, tiny bit different. Look up. Remember when it was a double root, we bounced off it? So look at this one. We actually make it through, but it starts kind of like on the left side and does a little wiggle in between, and then it goes through. So let me show you that with red. Here it goes. Starts on the left side, does a little wiggle right here, and then it pushes through, like so. Now, in case you forgot what that looks like, a cubic function looks like this. Is that correct? And that's why we do this when it's a triple root. However, look up, challenge. Tell your neighbor what to do if I do this. Look up. Tell your neighbor what to do for that graph if I do that. What happens when I do this? Everyone. It flips. So now I start over here and then where? Over here. So then I go like that. All right. From 1 to 5, I'll come to worry with this. Okay, we got it. So here goes a challenge one. Easy, easy. Let's go with this one. Example 4 supercube. This is the last one. When I call on someone, if they got it, we're done. If not, we do one more. Woo-wee. Maybe I should get the person that helped me do the paper, rock, scissors for the seating arrangement. What do you guys think? All right. Here we go. All right, get us started. Jay, what do I do? To 0. Man. Doesn't miss a beat. Let's go. X minus 2. A what? A pop parte? That up. All right. Next, we need to write these in factored form. So 0 equals x plus 5, x plus 5, x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. Next, set each one equal to 0. X plus 5 equal to 0. X plus 5 equal to 0. X minus 2 equal to 0. X minus 2 equal to 0. X minus 2 equal to 0. All right. So minus 5 minus 5. X equals negative 5. This one's going to be the same. X equals negative 5. Plus 2 plus 2. X equals 2. This one's also x equals 2. And this one's also x equals 2. All right. So let's plot those. Negative 5 is over here. 1, 2. Positive 2 is over here. 1, 2, 3. All right. How many roots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the parent function is f of x equals x to the 5th. Tell your neighbor where it starts and where it ends. Then I'll call on someone to help us graph this. Talk it over to your neighbor. I'm going to get someone. Looks like Maya's got it. Very good, Maya. Jazzy's got it, of course. Let's go. Well, let's go with Brandon. Darty. Where do we start and where do we end? Third one. And the first one. That is correct because this is an odd. Yes. So tell me what to do. Here we go. A what? This one, the wiggle? Oh, the bounce. That is correct. The bounce. And then you do the wiggle. Woo-wee. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Let's go. We'll stop right there. Once again, be careful with those wiggles, people. You guys watch the wiggles? Wasn't there like a program called that? Yeah. Anyways. Home plate. Yeah. Bounce.
But this one's
A cubic? Yeah. Yeah. We did the. Yeah. It would have been the wiggle, and then come back.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you come back down and then go straight.
Yeah. Let me stop the video right here. Hold on.